So this new currency, it's going to be called the Deutschmark, for those of you that want to know what it's called, the Deutschmark. The old currency was called the Reichsmark, and that term Reich really wasn't super cool after Hitler, because Hitler was a Third Reich and Reichmark, and okay, we're going to call it the Deutschmark, Deutsch meaning German. And so Stalin decides to do a couple of things. What does he decide to do to retaliate? This zone and this zone are going to have a new currency, and so he decides to
blockade.
Blockade. But it doesn't go blockade, because if he said blockade, blockade's a war term. You blockade somebody, that's like you're in an act of war. So what he says is, the railway needs some repairs, so we'll get a track crew on that right away, sorry, and you can't use the railways. And then, there's some potholes on the Autobahn, I'm sorry, we gotta get a crew out there to fix that. Oh, terribly sorry about that, you can't use that, yeah, the Autobahn's blocked. Oh, there's alligators in the canal. You can't use barges. I don't know what he said about the canal. The alligators, by the way, is a made-up thing. He definitely did say about potholes and track crews, that kind of stuff. Oh, you can't use that. Oh, so sorry. And then cuts off all the electricity going into West Berlin. And the gas supply going into West Berlin. Oh, so sorry, the gas got turned off. Oh, no electricity for you. Bummer. And basically cuts off West Berlin, and then says to West Berliners, oh, West Berliners, you don't have electricity, you don't have gas, and nothing's coming on the surface network. Oh, so sorry. But hey, if you move over to East Berlin, we've got food, we've got gas, we've got electricity, come move over to us. What's he trying to do?
Get more people.
Get more people? Or get West Berliners to just go, we don't want to move, just give it to us, we'll join you. He's trying to take over West Berlin. He's attempting a little squeeze play. And it's not war, and they're all kind of excuses. It's kind of like, when Matthew calls up his manager and says, oh, I've got pink eye, I can't possibly come to work. And the manager is like, well, do I call him on it? I mean, he hasn't said, screw you, I'm not coming to work, because then they can do something, right? Now he's making up excuses. And of course, the good guys know these are just excuses. What's really happening is Matthew doesn't want to come to work. What's really happening is Stalin's trying to take over West Berlin. See, if you want to know how is this class relevant to my life today, here we go. Making up excuses to try to making up excuses to try to get away with something. You know that distraction I was talking about? So the Soviets have got all these excuses, alligators in the canals. I actually don't know what they said about the canals. I've read about the potholes on the Autobahn and the tracks being unsafe and having to reline that and that kind of stuff. I don't know what they said about the canals, but they cut off the canals. Only 2% of Berliners said, well, guess we better move. And the other 98% sat there and said, let's see what happens. And one of the first things the Americans do is they transfer a squadron of B-29s. Why B-29s?
Because they don't hear bombs.
They're the ones that drop the atomic bombs on Japan. The Americans are saying something without saying something. They just went like this. The Soviet Union can take whatever they want. They're going to transfer a bunch of B-29s to Britain. Nice and close. They're not saying anything, but they're saying something. Hey Stalin, how you doing? 1948, the only country that's got atomic weapons is the United States of America. So all the Americans are like, okay, you've made up excuses as to how we can't get there. That's no problem. We're just going to park some B-29s over here. We're not saying anything, but we're saying something. So if all of these surface routes are cut off, what's the only way to get into West Berlin? Air. The fastest, but least efficient way to move anything. You really can't get that much weight on an airplane. And when you do put a lot of weight on an airplane, it's super expensive. You guys, you know, the cheapest way to move goods around the world is on a boat. Because pushing a boat through the water, you can push a heavy boat through water really easy. It's floating, it just glides through. Second, trains. Trains is the second cheapest way to move bulk goods. Roads is the third. Airplanes is fourth, and a distant fourth. And so the idea was, well, go ahead, what are you gonna do? And so the Americans go, well, here's what we're gonna do. And what do?
Airdrop your supplies down.
Not airdrops, they're gonna land airplanes.
Well,
Just like a couple airplanes?
A lot.
How many?
Wasn't it like 1 every 30 seconds?
One every 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Multiple airports. They need about 4,000 tons of food a day, or 4,000 tons of supplies, not just food. So everything from food, to clothes, to gasoline, to diesel, to all the stuff that you need to run your house. Generators to create electricity. Fuel to run the generators to create electricity. Most people in Europe use gas to cook with, so cooking oil, cooking gas for their stoves.
Why didn't they just go fix the...
Because it's in their Soviet backyard, it's in their zone. So that would be a little more confrontational. The Americans don't really want to get into confrontation. Yeah, they got the bomb, but they're trying not to get into a confrontation. Stalin's made up these legitimate excuses, or semi-legitimate excuses, sort of the pink eye of the McDonald's world, may or may not be legit. But the Americans can't just go there and fix it, because then they're going to trespass in the Soviets' backyard. David, you can grab a seat. By March 1949, the United States is moving about 8,000 tons of food a day. They needed 4,000, they were doing 8. And it was literally, if you sat in the airport, and I'm going to show you a video at a future date, of one of the pilots, and he said, basically you had a window of opportunity, you were supposed to land. If you got down and it was foggy or whatever, you didn't do what you do now, which is you go, you circle the airport, you try again. There was no circling the airport. You flew all the way back to Britain and got back at the end of the line because behind you was an airplane. And one guy says he sat down one day after landing his airplane, it was getting unloaded, he's a pilot, he sat down and he looked and he said there was clouds everywhere, there was this nice little hole in the cloud, and you could see an airplane, another airplane behind that, another airplane behind that, another airplane behind that, all coming in to land on the runway he was landing on. Airplanes will crash, they'll get a bulldozer, they'll push it off the runway, okay, keep landing the airplanes. Like, this is one of these things, like, we cannot let Stalin win. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this the very expensive way.
Was this more successful than Hitler's version of it?
Hitler's version of it.
In like the Berlin airlift?
This is the Berlin airlift.
Or sorry, not the Berlin airlift, but he was trying to supply his military in Russia.
Oh, his military in Russia, he was doing that by actually airdrops. That was what you were saying. They fly the airplane over there, they drop it with parachutes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is more successful. Because nobody's shooting at the airplanes. And you can actually land and unload and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's more successful. So this thing goes on for about 13 months.
So wait, what were they doing for power?
Generators.
Everybody had to go and buy generators.
You can get big generators. 1 year, early on in my career when we were here, something happened that blew the electrical supply to Burnaby North. We didn't have power for like a week. They parked a giant generator in the courtyard, started it up,
No, they just ran.
plugged it in, and just, rented a big generator. We ran our school on generator power for, they told us we weren't allowed to plug too many things in. They wanted us to, keep the lights off as much as possible, don't plug too many things in. Because the generator is not huge. But, I mean, we had a generator that powered our school for 3 or 4 days every week.
Still a lot of power.
Yeah. It was a big generator, it's the size of a train. So grab your, I asked you to bring your DeMarco textbooks. Grab your DeMarco textbooks. And have a look at, have a look at page 161. So this is kind of a simple cartoon. You guys figure out who's the guy in the chimney.
This is Stalin.
Joseph Stalin. Okay. The birds obviously are the airplanes bringing in the supplies. Why is this called the bird watcher, not the bird shooter?
Because you can't shoot them, otherwise it's war.
What? Okay, say the whole sentence. I don't even say why. Say it again.
Because otherwise it'd be an act of war. You shoot down someone's airplane, they're gonna get mad.
Can't shoot down an airplane. You can make up excuses about potholes.
My finger
As soon as you shoot an airplane, you can't oops.
My finger slipped, guys. My bad.
Right? That's an act of war. So all you can do is watch the airplanes come in. Now he's playing a nice little game of chicken. Alright. Can they really move that much supplies? Are they how long can they keep this up for? And the Americans are like, oh, we're gonna keep it up for over a year. And after a year, who starts looking pretty foolish? Stalin. Come on, dude, how long does it take to fix a pothole? How bad is that track? Are there really alligators in the canal? Come on, Stalin, you start to look. And remember, it's all about prestige and looking good.
Wait, did he seriously say potholes?
I don't know what it was. It needed road repair. It was he made up some sort of excuse. And the Americans like, okay, that's cool. Can you imagine if your boss said, okay, that's cool, you just need to stay home for a month, and then they go see a specialist. Once you've done that, come here and bring us all of your medical records, and then maybe after a month review, we'll let you have your job back, perhaps on modified assignment.
Shit, dude.
They want to call your bluff, right? The Americans.
So wait, were the
I'm gonna-
Americans not
I'm gonna-
calling, consistently questioning why?
They sure were. Yeah, they sure were. But then after a while, they're like, okay, you want to look stupid? That's cool. Now, it's costing the Americans huge amounts of money. Huge amounts of money to do this. This is not the right way to do it. But
Okay, so
it's the Cold War. Ridiculous amounts of money get spent during the Cold War on trying to solve Soviets.
why are we saying instead of flying stuff in from Britain, fly it in from Germany?
They did that too. Yeah, just flew it in from Germany. Britain to Germany. Yeah. If you look at, I don't have a really good map, but if you look at map, there's 3 or 4 air corridors. They all originate in West Germany. And they land at different airports in West Berlin. Not just one airport, they land at a bunch of different airports. Alright, so this idea of eventually reunifying Germany, that's out the window. The Allied Control Council, we're all going to work together and get unanimous decisions, that's out the window. In 1949, they decide to call it what it is. We got 2 Germans. We've got a West Germany, or technically speaking, the German Federal Republic, which gets declared in August of 1949. And then the German Democratic Republic, which gets created in October of 1949. For our purposes, we'll just call them West Germany and East Germany. Technically, they're the German Federal Republic and the German Democratic Republic. And I love it whenever you put the word democratic or peoples in the name of your country, it usually means it's not very democratic and the people don't have very much say in it. It usually means you're pretty communist, like the People's Republic of China. Okay, that's for the people, excellent. Not very many people get it. So, Democratic Republic, you're not going to have to know those 2 terms, we'll just call them East Germany and West Germany. So, significance of the Berlin blockade. What's the significance of it? Matthew?
It's the closest that the Cold War became an actual war in Europe.
Okay, it's close. I don't know if it's closest, but closest so far in our timeline, for sure. Yeah?
When would we say the Cold War started?
I would say it starts pretty quick after the World War II ends. For our purposes, we'll say it right afterwards. If you really wanted to get technical, this might be the beginning. The changing the currency and this incident might be the sort of the first conflict of the Cold War. That leaves a little weird gap between 1945 and 1948. But we'll just say we go right from World War II to Napoleon, just to make things easy on us. All right, who gains or loses prestige in all of this?
Stalin.
Stalin
Loses it.
loses prestige. Who gains prestige?
America.
America. What doctrine is actually working? The Truman Doctrine. Remember the Truman Doctrine said they're going to support people who are trying to face down minorities or outside subjugation? The Truman Doctrine is working. And by the way, Truman got to be president because he was vice president when Roosevelt died. Truman will stand for election, and the people of the United States of America will vote him in. So he will be a chosen president as well. So not only does he oversee the United States through the end of the war, but the United States people also like his decision about dropping the atomic bomb with Japan, his tough talk against communism, the Truman Doctrine, backing it up with the Berlin Airlift. Truman he's up there in America's mindset. Then the United States also says, you know what, we've got to do a lot of this work by ourselves. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a military alliance? Let's call that military alliance
NATO.
NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Who's in it? So look at that chart, number 3. There's 12 countries.
America.
12 countries. Can we name them?
America.
Hang on. Maggie stuck her hand up, so let's go, Maggie.
Can I list all of them?
Sure.
Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, UK, and US.
Nice. You got all 12. So, North Atlantic. Luxembourg is in there. Canada's in there. Iceland's in there. Now you know you're serious. When you've got Luxembourg and Iceland on your team, you're serious. What they're trying to show though is that they've got North Atlantic, they got everybody on board. Well, almost everybody. There's a few interesting people who are missing from that list. Luxembourg's on there, Belgium, the Netherlands, France, Portugal, United Kingdom, Iceland. Oh, they need Iceland by the way because they still can't fly across the Atlantic. They need a hop. Canada's in there, United States. So all these, who's missing?
Russia.
Spain. Why is Spain missing?
Wasn't it like
Still fascist. Yeah, remember Franco? World War II ends. Franco starts with a real low profile. He's like the last standing fascist dude. Everybody just decides to ignore Spain until he dies in 1970. Something. I can't remember what year he dies in 1970. But they're missing. But everybody else is in there. What is this thing? What is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization? You got 12 members. We may laugh at some of them. But what is its purpose? Maggie?
They want to unify the Western Allies' military response to a possible invasion of Western Europe.
Okay, military response. Possible invasion by who?
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union, yes. So, this is a military organization. The United States is looking for friends. They don't want to stand up to the Soviets all by themselves. They figure lots of European countries have things to gain from this. There's a really interesting quote from the first Secretary General of NATO. His quote was, NATO was, quote, to keep the Russians out, the Americans in, and the Germans down. Keep the Russians out, keep the Americans involved in Europe, unlike the end of World War I, now they're fully involved. And keep the Germans from rising up. Who else is missing from NATO in that list, by the way? That's Germany. That's Germany's not involved. So NATO is a direct result of the Berlin Airlift. A realization that we need military support, we need a gang on our side. The United States does that. They create NATO. Europe is very happy because now the Americans are closely tied. They didn't get that with League of Nations at the end of World War I, but now we've got NATO, which is not just, hi, we're going to shake our fingers at people behaving badly. NATO's like, we're going to bomb the hell out of something. military response. Way different. Way different. It gets formed on, does anybody get the date for that?
April 4, 1949.
Nicely done, April 4th, 1949, well done. And why Berlin blockade? The Americans need a stronger military presence to stop the Soviet expansion. The Soviets have already got those 6 countries behind the Iron Curtain, Romania, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, all those countries. They tried, they made a little stab at getting West Berlin. The Americans were able to hold them off with an airlift, which by the way is crazy talk, because of just how expensive it is. But they do it, and now they need a military alliance.
Okay, at this point in time, who is more of a powerful country?
At what point in time?
Like,
Because we're talking like 1948 and 1949.
well, let me say during the Berlin era.
United States.
Is
They had
that-
the ball.
Is at any point in Russia more?
Yes,
No.
it's coming up. Not in the 40s, but the Soviets will outdistance the Americans with bomb technology for a short time. Which just makes the world scarier because the Americans work harder to catch up. Oh, look at that, the Soviets have got enough bombs to blow up the world 13 times! The Americans can only do it 12 and a half. So who's more powerful? I guess the Soviets are, but after you blow up the world like 3 times. Not much left to blow up. The Soviet Union's response to NATO is going to be called something called
The Warsaw
Warsaw Pact. Now pay attention to the Warsaw Pact. Did anybody catch a date for that?
Got it.
Anybody catch a date for the Warsaw Pact? Okay, if you didn't write this down, Warsaw Pact gets created in 1955. Which you should, in your mind, think, that's a pretty slow response. If the Warsaw Pact is a direct response to NATO, NATO's formed in 1949, why does it take 5+ years, 6 years, 1955, for Warsaw to come into effect? For today's class, we don't care. When we get to 1955, I want to come back to it and I want to explain why that response was so slow. For our purposes right now, I want to focus on the fact that we have an armed group of people, 12 countries called NATO, and we have another armed group of people, the Soviet Union and all of their Eastern Bloc countries, so that's the 6 that I keep talking about, and also Albania, so 7 countries, in this thing called the Warsaw Pact. We've got 2 military alliances whose express purposes are stopping each other. We're going back to 1910, Triple Entente, Triple Alliance stuff. And people who had lived through World War I and then World War II, and we're looking at that going, you know, we started a world war already over military alliances. Now we've got these big alliances. What if little itty bitty Luxembourg pisses off Romania? Could we get a World War III scenario that includes the 2 nuclear powers now? I mean, little bitty Serbia ticked off Austria-Hungary, and that got World War I started. Now we got 2 other military alliances with nuclear powers. So it makes the world a little bit scary. I've used this word containment a bunch of times. The Americans are all about containment. Did anybody get an answer for question number 5, first introduced? What'd you write down for that one, Mitchell?
I wrote down that it was introduced when the Americans and its allies tried to prevent the spread of communism.
Excellent. The word containment gets first used in 1946 by a guy named, anybody catch a name for this? George Kennan. George Kennan says, we're going to contain people. And so the definition is, it's the American policy of defending what? The status quo. Alright? Containment. The Soviet Union exists. They've taken over this part. No more. They've got East Berlin. They get no more. Later on, this is going to spread to Southeast Asia. They've got North Korea. No more. They got North Vietnam. Nothing else. This is going to get a little wiggy when the Chinese in the 1940s start having a revolution along communist lines. In today's class, we mentioned in passing, China has a revolution in 1949. They become communist. Don't worry, we'll spend 3 classes on that coming up. In our next unit, not this unit. In our next unit, we'll talk about how China became communist. But the Americans are going to be involved in there because they want to contain communism. It's a disease. Don't let it spread. You don't want to let it leak out. Start the domino theory. So, number 7, the significance of this policy. This is going to drive American involvement in everything they do in the Cold War period. Why do they go fight Koreans in Korea? Because they're worried about the spread of communism. Why do they go fight Vietnamese in Vietnam? It's not because they're like, oh, we love Vietnam, they've got so many natural resources, and their people are just like us. We have to defend them. They're like, no, communism's spreading, we have to go over there and stop it. Everything they do is all about containing communism. That's their number 1 motivation. But then the world gets a little colder. The United States of America has an atomic bomb in 1945. The Soviet Union gets the atomic bomb in 1949. U.S. Congress immediately passes a bill to spend $1.5 billion, $1.5 billion strengthening military installations in Europe. Soviets explode a bomb. The American response is, we need help out our NATO brothers. Hey brothers, here's some really cool missiles. Hey guys, here's the latest airplane technology. Hey folks, here's really cool radar. We're spending $1.5 billion in Europe because we're scared of the bomb. Then China goes communist in what year? 1949 is a bad year for the Americans. Soviets get the bomb. China becomes communist under a guy named Mao Zedong. You guys heard of Mao? Chairman Mao? The chairman. Is he honorable Chairman Mao? Honorable Chairman Mao? If you're an American, are you starting to see proof of the domino theory? The dominoes are knocking over. China just went communist. Who's next? Japan? What about other Asian countries? Is it possible that they're going to become communists? So the Americans are really worried about the domino theory. The Americans also decide that they are not going to recognize China as China. And you're like, what does that mean? So I'm using recognize in the official diplomatic capacity. They are going to ignore China. They're not going to send diplomats over there. They're not going to let people travel to China. They're not going to let people from China come to the United States. They're going to try to ignore China. But they'll say, we're not ignoring China. This is China. We call it Taiwan. After 1949 and until 1973, okay, when the Americans say China, they're talking about this. When they say, yeah, we talk to Chinese, we've got a consulate in China. China's in the United Nations, they're talking about this. When they want to talk about this, they call it Red China. That's Red China. We don't talk to Red China, because they're red. And red is communists. We talk to communists. So they don't officially recognize Red China, or what you guys would call China. they call what we call Taiwan, China. That will change in 1973. You don't need to know why right now. When we get to 1973, we'll talk about what happens. I'll give you a hint though. It comes from an unlikely thing. You're not going to believe me, but it all has to do with table tennis. Next time you hear Mr. C hanging on the announcements talking about table tennis, you think, what a stupid sport that is. I'm telling you, table tennis changed the world in the 1970s. It's a very important sport.
Was it a bet? I could
Kid
see.
you not, that's just a little tip. Keep coming to class when we get to 1973, I'll tell you more about why table tennis changed the world. I'm not joking, by the way, I'm serious. It really does. So next time somebody, you call it ping pong and they get all mad at you. Ping pong! Sorry, table tennis is a very important sport. Is it a sport or a game? It's a sport. It's a sport, I think. Alright, who's Alger Hiss? He's got a cool last name. Hiss. Sounds like something straight out of Harry Potter. Slytherin House, Alger Hiss. Who's Alger Hiss?
Commie.
He is a commie. Doesn't he sound like a commie? Poor guy gets bored and gets like a name Alger Hiss. He just sounds like a communist. What kind of communist is he? He's a communist spy. In the United States. Whoa.
How did they let him in? There it is.
Yeah, you'd think if he had a job in the Foreign Office, you'd think when he applied for the job, he'd look at his name, Alger Hiss. No. You must sound like something straight out of James Bond. You are definitely not. You're definitely not going to be allowed. He gets discovered in January of 1950. The Americans are now very scared that spies are in their country, which gives a guy by the name of Joseph McCarthy huge amounts of power. So what is McCarthyism? Named after Joseph McCarthy. What is this? What is McCarthyism? Maggie?
Making accusations of treason without evidence.
Spying, treason. McCarthyism is a modern day witch hunt. They're looking for spies. And who makes the best kind of spies? The ones you don't suspect. Nobody walks around going, "Hi, I'm a spy!" The best kind of spies are the ones you don't suspect. Right? Yeah, Mitchell would make a great spy. Nobody suspect. The guy's so lazy, hardly ever gets to class. Nobody would think this guy's like a criminal mastermind. But what if he really is? And so McCarthyism is going to do this thing where it's like, hey, those people look innocent. That's what they want you to think. What if they're spies? You know that Eric Sadu guy? He seems like a jolly fellow. What if he's really spying? Or John Carpo? Doesn't say very much. Maybe he's just thinking of memorizing everything, or photographing, whatever like that. He's a spy. And the Americans have become super suspicious of each other. They start up an organization called the House of Un-American Activities Committee. It's the House of Representatives, so that's what they call House of Un-American. That's un-American, son. You can come over here and answer some questions. You're doing some un-American activities. Oh, we're just getting together, trading recipes. Yeah, recipes. Yeah, sure you are. What kind of code language is that? Anybody who would gather together and maybe had some ideas about how we could share things. Medical expenses are really expensive. What if the country all banded together and had healthcare? Oh, God, that's that lefty kind of commie stuff. That's un-American, people. They really wigged out about Canada, because Canada was all about, we tax people, we have, later on we're going to get socialized, they call it socialized medicine. Oh, that sounds communist to me. Bunch of pinkos up there in Canada. They're not fully red, they're just pink. So pinko becomes one of these bad things. Like, you might have some ideas that maybe are a little left-leaning. Pinko. So maybe you could try that. Maybe you can just tell your boss that you're a pinko. He might hear pink eye. I just found out I got pinko. I really like, I got pinko. Oh yeah, don't come to work with that. Come to work with that. So Americans are starting to be scared of reds under the beds. That becomes a little saying. You don't know where those spies are. They could be anywhere. They could be hiding under your bed. And so you get little cartoons like this. Here's the little legs, especially made for people who are afraid of reds under their beds.
That's a small bit.
Because communist spies could be anywhere. I kind of think that at our school, if we have a spy, it's Miss Carey. Nobody would suspect her. She's so nice. She's probably like Canada's top spy.
What if you spy?
What if I'm the spy? I'm trying to See, this is the type of thinking that McCarthyism is all about. It's all about getting people to suspect everybody. The most unsuspecting person now becomes a suspect. Sounds a whole lot like what we were talking about during Stalin's period, when they were, everybody, those anti-revolutionary kulaks sneaking into menial jobs like greasers or history teachers.
It's decent. I noticed you went to Russia there. Any,
Comrade, yes.
you,
I said it was for vacation. Maybe we went to one of those special training camps.
I heard you went outside the KGB building. Is that a...
I don't think I did on purpose. That was a fun place to look. I that wasn't on our hit list of things to go look at. When I was in Russia, sure, I had a hit list. Can't hit list. List of places I want to see. Alright, so we've got McCarthyism. Klaus Fuchs. Come on, seriously, are they making these names up? We had, when I started teaching here, we had a social studies teacher. Her last name was Fuchs. Be very careful how you say her name.
My brother too.
Miss Fuchs.
Was she nice lady?
She was really nice.
That's not suspicious of me.
Who's Klaus Fuchs? He's a spy. But where? He's not in the United States. He's where?
Germany?
Britain. Now, Britain and the United States are going to have a special relationship. And what's Klaus Fuchs trying to get from the British?
Manhattan Project information.
Atomic bomb information. Yeah, Manhattan Project information. And then in 1950, Red China signed the treaty with the USSR. Oh my goodness. The companies are ganging up. They're getting together. And China is a legitimate threat. They've got a massive population. Even in the 1950s, they were a huge country population-wise. The Soviet Union is a huge country. They're the biggest country in the world, geographically speaking. Now they're teaming up with one of the largest countries in the world, population speaking. That's a big threat if you're in the United States of America. Because now the US, the only two things that they can beat them out on is economics or military strength. They don't have geography for prestige. They don't have population for prestige. So it becomes, so they start working on that. Try to make more money, take over other countries with imperialism, build more weapons. This just makes the Cold War even scarier. So all these events, what if this real war could have nuclear implications? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Cool? Awesome? Do you feel a little bit frightened? This is supposed to get you the fear of the 1940s and 50s Cold War. We're right in there. Berlin airlift is kind of cool. It's nifty. I'll show you a video of that. Some stuff on it later. Thanks for coming to class. We got like 4 minutes to chillax. Is chillax still a cool word hit with the kids these days?
How do you use it? Oh man, that's
Not if you use it outside.